Hey guys, it's Sandeep with Fonearena and this is the review of the Micromax Canvas Sliver 5, the company's slimmest smartphone. The Canvas Sliver 5 was launched in June as the successor of the Canvas 4. Even though Vivo X5 Max is currently the slimmest phone with just 4.75mm thickness, the Canvas Sliver 5 is the slimmest smartphone without any bumps even though it is 5.1mm thick. Should you buy it for the looks and design? How does it perform? Let us find out in the complete review. The Sliver 5 has a 4.8-inch 720p HD Super AMOLED display based on-cell touch technology and has a pixel density of 306 ppi. It is not that sharp compared to a 1080p screen, but it doesn't disappoint when it comes to color reproduction. Since it is a pentile screen, pixels are clearly visible. It has a 5MP front-facing camera with f2.4 aperture along with an earpiece and usual set of proximity and ambient light sensors above the display. There is a small notification LED that is hardly visible when it's off. The front camera can record videos at 1080p resolution. The camera is good for selfies and video chats, and it also has some beauty features. Even though it has on-screen buttons, there are huge bezels both below as well as above the display that makes the smartphone quite tall. The smartphone has an aircraft grade aluminum frame. The build quality is good and the smartphone feels and looks premium. Since it is just 5.1mm thin and weighs 97 grams, you don't get a solid feel when holding the smartphone. There is a single nano SIM slot on the right side. The SIM tray, which is also made of metal, can be removed using the bundle ejector tool. The power button is present on the right side and the volume rocker button is present on the left. The 3.5mm audio jack, microphone and the micro USB port are present at the bottom while the secondary microphone is present at the top. Even the back of the smartphone has Corning Gorilla Glass protection, but is recommended to use the bundle clear case to prevent the phone getting scratched and in case of accidental drops as well. There is an 8MP camera on the back with f2.0 aperture. The sensor that's being used is the Sony IMX219 and it has a single LED flash as well. The loudspeaker grill is present on the bottom part of the back. It has the usual MediaTek camera UI with several modes. Daylight shots are decent, but it doesn't focus properly to capture macro shots perfectly. HDR shots are too bright and low light images have a lot of noise. Flash is overpowering as well and often spoils the shot. It can also record videos at 1080p resolution at 30 fps. Video is good and audio is good too thanks to the secondary microphone. Coming to the software, it runs on Android 5.0.2 Lollipop, which is almost stock with few visual changes. The company hasn't specified when the smartphone will get the update to Android 5.1. The home screen looks almost similar to the Google Now screen, but it doesn't launch Google Now on swiping to the left. You can launch the dialer or camera directly from the lock screen. Out of 2GB of RAM, you get 1.91GB of usable RAM. About 1.4GB of RAM is free when the phone is idle with default apps running in the background. Out of 16GB of internal storage, you get just 11.43GB of usable storage that can be used for installing apps and for mass storage. The phone doesn't have a micro SD card slot, which is one of the major drawbacks. It has several preloaded apps apart from the usual set of utility apps and Google apps. The music player can play different audio formats and the phone has FM radio with auto search and recording. Thanks to NXP Smart PA audio chip and Direct HD technology, audio from the loudspeaker is good and the bundled in-ear earphones are decent. You can enable HD sound option from the sound settings that offer slightly better audio through earphones. The default video player can play videos at full HD 1080p resolution smoothly. It has a usual set of connectivity features and has 4G connectivity with full support for all the Indian bands and even has USB OTG support. The device is powered by a quad-core 64-bit Snapdragon 410 processor and it has 2GB of RAM. The processor is powerful enough to power the 4.8-inch 720p screen, so there is no lag. Thanks to 2GB of RAM, multitasking is good too. The phone does get a bit warm on 4G usage or intensive gaming since it has a sleek body, but it doesn't get too hot to handle. Coming to gaming, the Adreno 306 GPU offers decent gaming performance with average graphics. Some games didn't perform well and did lag, but games like Asphalt 8 and Riptide GP2 were good. It doesn't support PS3 or other USB controllers, but Bluetooth controllers work fine. It scored a rating of 3.5 out of 5 in our gaming review. Coming to the battery life, the 2000 mAh battery doesn't last the whole day even with average use. It has a battery saver mode that lets you save battery by reducing the device's performance and limiting background data when it reaches a threshold of 15% or 5%. It achieved a one-charge rating of 8 hours and 59 minutes in our battery test, mainly due to the brilliant talk time. Otherwise, the battery life is average. Even though the Canvas Sliver 5 Q540 was launched in India at a price of Rs 17,999, the smartphone is now available for Rs 15,500. It is still quite costly for its features even though it has a sleek design. The performance is good, but the phone lacks a memory card slot and the battery life is just average. These are similar constraints faced in most other slim smartphones as well. At this price, the Canvas Sliver 5 is hard to recommend just for the design, since there are a lot of smartphones under Rs 10,000 that are better. Listed here are the pros and cons of the device. Do hit the like if you like this video and do subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.